If you're serious about your health and you're looking to take the next steps in improving your diet, then this is the video for you. Come follow me and I'm going to show you everything you need to be putting in your weekly shop to be taking the next step in improving your diet. So guys, the first thing I want you to think about is the change in mentality you have when you're in the supermarket. You need to be able to plan your meals for the week. So you need to think what protein sources you're going to have, what carbohydrate source you're going to have, fats, sugars, and your nutrients and vitamins from your fruit and veg. So first thing we're going to look at is what fruit and veg we're going to have for the week. So guys, when it comes to your weekly shop, one of my biggest tips would always to be buy in bulk. So as you can see, we have a 10 kilogram bag of potatoes here. Those guys who watch my short form content, you will know that I go to the farm for stuff like this, but this video is for the average person trying to improve their health, so I'm giving you the tips. So we'll throw that in the trolley. Let's go. So when it comes to vegetables, obviously everyone has different preferences. I want you to still enjoy your food whilst eating, healthily. So when it comes to picking your vegetables, don't have to take advice from me, whatever vegetables you like. But for me, I like carrots, so we get some carrots. Also, get some peppers. The peppers are one of the best complementary vegetables to protein sources like chicken, tuna, whatever you fancy really. So when you're looking at your vegetable sources, you also have to be looking at what nutrients you're going to be getting from each vegetables. So one of my go-tos is obviously the avocados, one of the best sources of fats on this planet. So we found our peppers, and I'm going to be truly honest with you, I don't know if the colour changes anything about them, so it doesn't really matter. So we're going to grab these 3 peppers here, throw them in the cart. Like I said, it also depends on what meals you want during the week. So if one week you're planning certain meals and certain weeks you're planning other meals, then you don't need to worry about having the same vegetables week in, week out. So guys, when it comes to fruits, it's the same situation as the vegetables. Eat what you like, but don't have crazy amounts of it. So for me, I love pineapple, mango, bananas and apples. That's what I eat during the week. So we're gonna grab a pineapple, we're gonna grab some apples, some bananas. We'll find the mangoes in a minute. So guys, the next thing we're gonna think about is the protein intake you're gonna have throughout the week. So different types of protein you're gonna have. So obviously we're looking at beef, chicken, fish. So you wanna be having fish at least 1 time a week, so then you get the omega-3 fatty acids, which are incredible for your body. So here we are into the meat section. So guys, when it comes to picking my meat that I like to buy, I majority stay away from anything that has sauce on it beforehand or has seasoning in it beforehand, because at the end of the day, I don't actually know what they've seasoned it with. Even though it says in the ingredients, you never actually know. I'd rather season it myself and know exactly what I'm putting on my meats. The best source of protein on the planet, which is chicken breast. So here you are, kilo of chicken breast. We might use that up during the week and have to get some more, but for now, that's what we'll be getting. To be honest, I mostly stay away from pork due to the high fatty content. Don't really need to have it in my diet when I have other meats that I enjoy. So what else we're gonna get would be some minced beef. And when I get minced beef, we get 25% fat, because you want as close to the proper meat as you could possibly get. Whereas with the 5% meat and with the 10%, you don't know what they've done to the meat and how they've changed it. So if I was you, I'd get the fattiest content, so it's the closest to the actual original meat of the animal. And guys, of course, if you can afford it, not everyone can, but if you can, get yourself some lovely steaks, whether it's a ribeye, fillet, anything like that. I'm not gonna get it because I'm broke. At Morrison's, we do have a fishmonger, so we can get fresh fish that was caught God knows when, but it's fresh. So you can either get the packaged stuff here. As you can see, we have the salmon fillets down here. This is something normally I would get like this. However, one thing I would always avoid is anything that has been battered or seasoned before, like I said about the other meats. Avoid all of that. So if you can, get the fresh fish from the fishmonger. All right guys, now the meats and the protein is sorted for the week, we can start thinking about what carbohydrates we're going to have. So For the uni students and the people who I advise buying in bulk, try and get yourself something like this, a 10 kg bag of rice. I'm not going to put it in because I haven't got enough space in my cart, but that's what I would advise to buy. If you're not sure if you're going to use all of that rice, then you can get the packeted rice, which is a little bit smaller, which serves about 2 people. So guys, a lot of people don't know what they should be eating for breakfast. There's loads of different ideas in the world, but I'm telling you now, stay away from any types of cereal. A lot of cereal companies now are promoting high protein, 21% protein, high protein, and I'll be honest, all of the companies are lying to you. Yes, they have high protein, but they are full of absolute shit. Do not believe what they are saying and do not fall into the trap of buying that sugary crap. Instead, have your eggs, have your toast, and yeah, that's better for you than this bollocks. I've had enough of the cereal, yeah? It's terrible. Anyway, now we can go talk about what would be better for you to have, which is this aisle here. As you can see, on the right we have a bunch of different types of eggs. We would always go for 12 large free-range eggs because you get best value for money, and also you want free-range eggs to support, you know, the morality side of it as well. When it comes to bread, always, if you can, go to a bakery and get fresh bread that's been made on the same day. If you can't, this would be my #1 bread to go to, the sourdough bread, because it's just better than the rest. I'll be honest, it's healthier, it tastes better, and yeah, those are my reasons, and it is better for you. So, oh, sorry. Cameraman's, you know, hitting people now, so we've got to be careful before we get kicked out. With the other breads, you see the white breads are the void. I haven't eaten this stuff in years, so I wouldn't be able to tell you if it's any good. I don't believe it is, but yeah. So guys, for one of my snacks, I love to have cereal bars, but there is only one cereal bar in the world that I will eat, and I will show you what that is now. So as you can see, there's so many in the world that are available, but there's one that I have, only one, and it is the Naked blueberry flavor. The reason I picked the blueberry is because it's the tastiest one for me, but the reason I use Naked instead of any other brand is because we have the ingredients list. 59% dates, 15% raisins, 40% cashews, 10% almonds, and 1% freeze-dried blueberries. There's just no bullshit, nothing else in it. It is natural stuff, no artificial flavors, which is very important for your gut health and just your overall health. Compared to something like this from Cadbury's, when we look at the ingredients list, it is just full of loads of different shit. Palm oils, all these different stuff, and you don't want that in your system. Trust me. Watch out. So guys, when you're walking around the supermarket, you're going to be tempted. You're going to walk past all of these things, and don't get me wrong, they taste amazing. And I know they taste good, but if you're serious about improving your health, these cannot be going in your shopping cart, because I promise you, they will not help you. You say, oh, I'll get some digestives. I'll have one. You open the packet, and you eat the whole thing, you fat fuck. So, I can't even get put back in. So don't fall into temptation. If you're that bad and you know you're gonna fall into it, then just order online. Listen guys, there is absolutely zero reason that you should be in the frozen section. Well, I say zero reason. There's one reason I allow you to go into the frozen section, and that is for frozen mixed berries, which you can have in the smoothie for your breakfast. Anything else, look around. Everything in here is full of shit. It's all processed garbage. Beef mince from frozen, garbage. Sausages, garbage. Pigs in blanket, garbage. Look at all these burgers ready to go. They're all absolute garbage. Do not fall into the trap. And why would you even want to be in here? This area is cold. So why would you want to come here? Stay away from all of this stuff. All of this stuff here. Absolutely no good for you. Avoid it. So guys, it's very important that you keep the meals as basic as possible, which makes your shopping so much easier. As you can see, we have our protein sources, we have our carbohydrate sources, and you don't really need much else. So for our carbs, we have the potatoes, and what else did we get?
Avocados, carrots.
No, for the For the carbs, what do you get? Sweet potato, rice. So, I forgot for a second, but for carbs, we have the potatoes, the rice, and I like to add sweet potato as well. It's up to you on your preferences. I would very much advise it because it tastes very nice. So, those are the three things I have for my carbs. I don't really like to chop and change it too much. You can also maybe have some noodles if you're having a stir fry, something like that, but just keep your meals as basic as possible, and that is the key to nutrition. Basic and tasty, and I promise you that fat is all coming off. Guys, if you're really struggling with ideas, then I do have a 7-day meal program which you can go to. There's 21 different meals throughout the whole week, and I'll show you how to cook them, the ingredients you need, and all the nutritional information you need to know about it. And if you're interested, then click the first link at the top of the description. So guys, one thing about the supermarket is not all what you eat, but what you drink as well. And you need to be very conscious of what you're drinking. Just drink water, electrolytes, juice, and the little shots, what they call the turmeric and ginger shots. Have them. All of this shit around here is all dog shit. So one of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to your diet is that eating fat, like avocados, is going to make you fat. That's not what happens. It is the sugar that makes you fat. And speaking of sugar, if I see any of you watching this video ever go near Haribo again, I'm coming to your house and I'm burning it down. Now I'm just joking, I won't do that, but you will get fat, so it's up to you. Anyways, there is glucose in sugar. Glucose is what your body uses for you to move around, to walk, to do activities in general. When you don't use the glucose in your body, it is stored as glycogen, and that is what makes you fat. So, if you're eating too much sugar, you will get fatter. Simple as that. So, what I'm saying to you guys is that when you burn the glycogen, that's when you lose the fat. But if you're constantly boosting your glucose storage, you're continually getting fat and replenishing the fat storages that you've lost, so you won't lose any weight. So, the key to losing weight is to not keep replenishing your glucose storages with food, which allows your body to break down the glycogen and get rid of the fat in your body, which is basically a more complicated example or description of calories in versus calories out. To make it even more simpler, the best way I can describe it is the more food you eat and the less exercise you do, the bigger you're going to get because your body is not burning down that fat storage. So the best way to lose weight is to lower how much you eat and increase your activity. So then you burn that glycogen that is stored in your body, and then, you know, that fat area starts getting slimmer. Yes guys, that is the shopping complete. This is everything that we bought for our weekly shop, plus a few things that I couldn't actually fit in the cart. If you have any questions about any of the nutrition or other things you should or shouldn't be eating, then please put them in the comments and I will get back to you. And hopefully, if you start implementing these things into your diet, you'll see massive changes. And if you're interested, these are all of my other socials. And yeah, that's CC out.